Hey, are you thinking about creating an S corporation, converting to an S corporation, electing to become an S corporation? Well, if you are, you want to stay tuned into this video because I got a couple of tips for you to consider before you actually take the leap and become an S corporation. So I'll see you on the other side. Hey everybody, Kamari Ellis here, founder of the Philly Tax Team, financial rebel, what a lot of people call me. All right, well, here I wanted to talk about a conversation I had this morning with a fellow tax accountant about S corporations. Now, I know everybody on social media has been gassing up S corporations. Everybody's saying S corporation is the best corporation you could ever have, or the best business entity you could ever have. Listen, anybody that talks in absolutes like that, you probably should run the other way, because everything depends on your situation. But listen, real quick, if you are thinking about it, if you really think it's an opportunity for you, it's a viable opportunity for you and your business, I got a couple of things to share with you to think about before you go ahead and take the plunge. So S corporations are a little bit more complex. You have a little bit more homework to do, a little bit more due diligence. All right. First things first, technically you are supposed to be able to pay yourself, right, on payroll. Like, you actually have to have payroll. Now you can do that by either paying yourself and then filing your payroll taxes quarterly and then at the end of the year, which is a pain in the butt. Most people, however, usually hire a payroll company. Second thing to consider, all right, you're probably going to want a bookkeeper. I'll tell you why. So if you have receipts or sales greater than $250,000 and your business has assets of $250,000, you have to create what we would call a balance sheet, right? And that balance sheet needs to be completed and submitted on your tax forms. By the way, you're filing Form 1120S. I get certain people that people tell them they formed a corporation or an S corporation and they actually didn't. They filed these tax forms and it turns out to be a total wreck. All right, and so if you have to file these balance sheets with your tax returns, then that means you need a bookkeeper. Either you need to learn how to do bookkeepers. Basically, you need to learn how to categorize your expenses, your revenue, your assets, and your liabilities, right? So if you're not quite ready to hire a bookkeeper and you might not have, or you're over $250,000 in sales and you're over $250,000 in assets, you might want to reconsider this thing. Number 3, you need to keep corporate minutes. So now that you've elected to become a corporation, whether you're an LLC before or just a plain old sole proprietor before, you didn't have to do all those things. Now that you're a corporation, you have to keep annual minutes, documentation. S corporation tax return is typically due March 15th and not April 15th. So that's something you need to consider and be in front of. And lastly, the penalty for filing late when you're an S Corp is $195 per month per shareholder. So listen, I'll say this. If you are not ready to handle those little itty things that I just named, you probably shouldn't be an S corporation. All right. So just consider these things when you're thinking about becoming an S corp, because listen, there's a lot of people on social media that have absolutely no clue what the hell they're talking about. And they want to get you in a lot of trouble if you follow them. All right. So I want to help people avoid the pain, avoid the loss of money. All right. So listen, I'm doing these tax series checkups. If you know anybody that these could be helpful for, make sure you forward it to them so we can help them avoid any pain and suffering also. All right, everybody, Kamari Ellis out. Do me a favor. Question of the day, put in the comments. Are you considering starting an S Corp, forming an S Corp, or electing to be an S Corp? I would love to hear why you're considering to do it, and when you consider to do it. All right, so drop a comment in the comments below. All right, everybody, I will see you with the next tax season checkup. Remember, we are on day 48. We are 48 days away from tax season. So I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.